covering it all. We have Jorge Ventura on the ground for us in Portland. Mills Hayes near Chicago as those anti-ICE protests pick up just to the west of the city. And News Nation's Hannah Brandt breaking down all of the latest developments from our nation's capital. Thanks so much for joining us for News Nation Now. I'm Kelly Beeson, and we do begin tonight with President Trump announcing plans today to send National Guard troops to Portland, calling the city war-ravaged and adding that he has authorized the use of full force when necessary. The announcement being met with protests all throughout the city. News Nation national correspondent Jorge Ventura is live on the ground where that reaction is playing out. Jorge, good evening.
Well, Kelly, that news of President Trump deploying troops here to Portland, sending shockwaves to the city, to the locals, all the way to the lawmakers who are very angry and having a strong reaction. Right behind me, we are starting to see some protesters start to rally, but later tonight is when we'll see larger crowds gather here. This is the ICE facility in Portland, Oregon. This has become the epicenter of ICE protests nationwide. They have now spread to other ICE facilities, including Chicago, where our correspondent Mills Hayes is reporting from. And Kelly, we were here last night, and around 25 to 30 protesters gathered here wearing that black bloc attire, covering their faces. It was a much smaller turnout compared to some of the other nights. We are expecting a much larger turnout later today. Now, we did see ICE agents attempting to clear out the driveway. You can see shields and gas masks clearing out that driveway from protesters. We didn't see any clashes here on the ground, but other nights have turned quite violent. Now, the Trump administration is setting their targets not only on Portland, but the far left-wing group Antifa, calling Antifa professional agitators who were being paid. The Trump administration has now designated Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization, with the Department of Homeland Security also saying, quote, that rioters in Portland, Oregon have repeatedly attacked and laid siege to an ICE processing center. Many of these criminals have been arrested and hit with federal charges. Rose City Antifa, a recently designated domestic terrorist organization, illegally docks ICE officers. They publish their home address online. And on public flyers, individuals associated with Antifa also sent death threats to DHS personnel. And this morning, President Trump confirming that the administration will be deploying troops right here to Portland. In a Truth Social post saying, quote, at the request of Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, I am directing Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any of our ICE facility under siege from attack by Antifa and other domestic terrorists. I'm also authorizing full force if necessary. The Trump administration is deploying federal agents to ICE facilities across the country, including right here in Portland.
President Trump has directed all necessary troops to Portland, Oregon. The number of necessary troops is 0 in Portland and any other American city.
Now, Senator Ron Wyden from Oregon also reacting to the news earlier today, saying, quote, Trump is launching an authoritarian takeover of Portland, hoping to provoke conflict in my hometown. I urge Oregonians to reject Trump's attempt to incite violence on what we know is a vibrant and peaceful city. I will do everything in my power to protect the people in our state. Lawmakers across the state here are pushing back on Trump's troop deployment and also his war-ravaged comments. So are the residents in the city. Take a listen.
I don't think things will work out without a lot of people hurt, displaced, separated from their loved ones, and a lot of moral injury all around. I hope they will work out eventually, but people have already been hurt.
You can look around. It's not a war zone. I think the use of federal troops in this situation is a gross miscarriage of normalcy.
I don't think it's a war zone, and I think it's not necessary. I think the town is safe. Otherwise, I wouldn't be moving here.
Now, take a look at this Antifa flyer obtained by News Nation of a scheduled protest for tomorrow. In that flyer saying, quote, feds out of Portland, ICE out of Portland. And Kelly, you could also see these types of posters also placed all over the ICE facility here in Portland, Oregon, once again targeting federal agents and their vehicles. This one actually reading how to identify ICE vehicles. This is something that the Trump administration has continually pointing out, that federal agents here in Portland have been not only targeted, assaulted, and also doxxed. Their information going online. But once again, you'll see posters like this all over the facility. And earlier today, Kelly, we also noticed just a string of federal agents arriving to the facility here. Many of them actually having the mask and covering their faces. So that could be be part of the DOJ increasing the security here at this ICE facility, but we are expected protesters later tonight here in Portland, Kelly.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.